Dave, it seemed like Gavin Stone got back on track tonight. What was he doing well from your point of view?
He was getting strike one like we talked about before the game. He mixed really well. I thought Will tonight, fingers were great. Curveball was good, changeup good, and the cutter was good. So I think with Gavin, it's just getting ahead of hitters and then having his way with them.
He's been giving up a lot of home runs lately, gave up one tonight, but it didn't seem to hurt him. Was that the biggest thing, getting the changeup to appear like a strike and not get them to chase?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that if you can kind of, have these guys onto the changeup, onto the fastball, keep the changeup on plate, present it as a strike, then good things happen. He was getting some early contact, some quick outs, and when he needed to strike out, he got that, which tonight, there were more strikeouts than he's gotten in a while. So just overall, just a really good performance from Gavin.
How much did Will need a night like tonight at the plate?
He needed it. He's been grinding, man, and you just don't show it from his demeanor. But he's been working really hard, and for him to square some balls up, keep a ball fair that was in, another ball that was in, and he lined it to left field. So getting to that pitch, which he wasn't getting to for the last few weeks, and just to throw out some hits was a good thing.
How much does hitting sixth maybe take some pressure off of him trying to do too much?
I don't know. I just wanted to give him a different look, let the game come to him, and I know he doesn't feel pressure, but I still believe that, letting the game happen, it might some way take a little pressure off. And I thought last night he took some good swings, took a couple walks. Tonight he swung the bat well. So, I still believe that, for us to be our best version of our ball club, he's got to be hitting fourth or fifth. But it goes to him swinging the bat well and earning that right. But last night was a good step forward. He'll be down tomorrow, and then he'll be back ready for Thursday's game.
This strong stretch you guys were on, is it as simple as you guys just getting your guys back?
I think, the Mookie factor is something I think is real. And we've gotten good starts. And so, when you get good starting pitching, it does take pressure off the offense. And we've had some timely hits. I talked about this last series. I didn't think we were good situationally. This series so far, we've been good. And it's just nice to see up and down the lineup, guys are performing, 1 through 9.
Were these pretty lengthy slumps for Will and Gavin starting to weigh on those two, you think?
I think both differently. I think Gavin was a little more overarching in the sense that he hadn't played baseball in a calendar year. So you start to wonder if I can ever hit again. But to his credit, he just kept grinding and worked his way through it. I think this is the best version of Gavin Lux I've seen. And
Stone.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Gavin Stone. I think that he's a really good competitor. I think he was frustrated with the results, frustrated with his command, and tonight it was good to see him, from the first pitch, just bow his neck, throw the ball over the plate. The secondary was really good, teethy, swing and miss. He was in control all night long. And I think as far as Will, yeah, he hasn't struggled like this in his big league career. So this is something certainly new to him over a longer stretch. But, he's an easy guy to bet on and kind of find his way.
Why has Lux been able to sustain this for more than just a week or 10 games?
I think Gavin is, each player, there's a maturation process that goes on. I think with Gavin, he's really bought into a routine. He's bought into his mechanics. He's bought into kind of having a game plan for every hitter or every pitcher. He's not giving away anything. And now it starts to breed some confidence. And, he's owning the plate. And where I thought before there's a lot of indecisiveness, careful. And so right now, he's letting his bat speak. And I like that little edge. He went bridge tonight, and, you watch his demeanor hitting a homer, and, there's a little swagger, and that's a good thing.
Do those 4 innings from Knack really set up your bullpen for
Huge.
the last couple of days?
Huge. Landon was huge. I had to stay away from Honeywell because I wanted to make sure Walker's fine tomorrow. And so we got to have some length. And so to know a guy can cover 4 innings. Landon was that guy, and so we stayed away from everyone tonight. So I think it allowed us to reset the pen, for these next 2 games this series. So huge props to Landon tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Shohei hit a home run on so his 5 hits most recently, home run, triple, home run. What do you?
I think that's what's going to happen. When Shohei's right, it's going to be extra base hits because he's best when the ball's up in the strike zone, and he's got a swing that kind of elevates the baseball. So, when he's squaring the baseball up, the ball should be in the air, and when he hits the ball in the air, it's going to be slug. So, when he's careful and swinging at balls down below the zone, putting it on the ground, that's not what we want. So, that's not a surprise. That's a good thing for Shohei. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.